there's your garage door tool, here's your door tool, and the default door is a single swing door that sets up as your default door. So again, what you need to know is we used to be non-metric, we used to be imperial, and we used to be in feet and inches in New Zealand before we got metric. Does that make sense? So what happened when we got to metric is we still wanted to fit the same size doors, but with a metric number. Okay, so an old door might have been 3'6", and in the new system is we wanted to match it. So what happens is this figure here is the overall opening size of the door. So we've got two things. That means it's got a frame either side, okay? So this is where it's different from a window. So what we have to know about Archicad is their standard thing is they have a 25mm frame either side. So they add on, for this dimension here, 50mm beyond the size of the door leaf. But the thing about us is we always nominate how big do we want the door leaf. The door leaf is the door itself, nothing to do with the frame, the door leaf. Okay? And when we went from imperial to metric, what we found is that a standard door is an 810 door, not 800, 810. And it goes up and down in 50mm jumps. So it goes 760, 710, 660, 610, or up from 810 to 860, 910. So the door leaves are standard things. They make standard door leaves in New Zealand, and then they add the frame in. Okay? So the standard thing is, for a common door that we use is normally about an 810 door for most stuff. If you're going into small spaces like a bathroom, our traditional houses were full of 760 doors and even 710 doors. They had smaller doors. But guess what? We're bigger. Our furniture are bigger. Our TVs are bigger. We're going to get them through all these doors. So pretty much our standard door these days is an 810 leaf. Plus 50 makes it 860. Okay? So when we're looking at this dimension here, for a standard 810 door, 810 leaf, then 860 is where we go. Okay? So that's the 50 added for the frame. With me? 810 leaf, 860 door. So when we call up that, we talk about that being an 810 door. I don't care that it's got, yeah, so it's a little bit different from window where we just say that is the width of the window, the hole that it's going into. Here, we have to know that there is a leaf size and a frame. All good? Yep. Okay. So if we're happy with that, we just want a single swing door, then probably what you'll find is, again, it's set up Silta Story 1. You don't actually have to do all that because all doors go down to the floor. It's just standard, isn't it? So in actual fact, we don't even have to touch any of these. You'll see it says 2025 because they actually have, you've got a frame to get in as well. So that's a standard thing we just generally leave and we go. That's pretty much it, apart from changing the type of door. We'll have a look at it in a sec. And then you can chuck a door in. So when you click on a wall anywhere, it's saying, just like the window, how do you want the door to swing? So you can circle your mouse until you decide which way round you want that door to swing, and when you're happy with that, you go click on that quarter and it has put the door in. Yep. So standard thing as well is most doors are set up 50 mils from a side wall because they put a 45 piece of timber and they have a packer. So 50 mils off a side wall is a standard thing. If you have a look at most, just about anywhere you go, you'll see that the doors stick out slightly from the wall that they're next to. Why would that be? Why not have the frame right up against the wall? Why not have it here? So guys, you know how everything's fat and furry and horrible? That's called true line weight. So it's telling you the true weight of those lines as they print. So if I right click on the screen, you guys should work generally with true line weight off. Because if I click on that, have a look what it looks like. Clean, sharp, easy to see where things go. So turn off your true line weight and draw it in this mode. And then you can see it clearly. Look at the difference, look at that. So if I want to grab this door and move it, I can see exactly where everything goes. Okay, if I turn on my true line weight, it's hard to find things. Everything's fat and horrible. So right click, true line weight, grab that, move the whole thing 50. Standard. Okay? And part of that is the wall, they have to be able to get the wall lining to fit the frame. If you put the frame against the wall, you can't do that because you're coming into the side of the frame, not the back of the frame. But the other big thing is when you open a door like that, it has what here? Handles, things. So it means that the door is actually, with a handle here, is actually flush and parallel with the wall if you start at 50 mils out. Whereas if you push that hard up against there and try to open it, it would be out at an angle because the door handle would be hitting the wall. I've got it. It's not very good with a window there, but you can see the principle of it, eh? Yeah? So the standard thing is 50 mils in. Yeah? So again, just so you know, there's lots and lots of different door types. So if we go into your door tool again, we've got that highlighted and have a look under the settings, you'll see, come on, oh, it is on, that there's a whole lot of door types. Okay. So we've picked the single swing door, but you can have double swing doors. You can have bifold doors. You can have closet doors. I don't really understand what the difference between these are, to be honest. I just always use closet doors. But you can have surface sliders, you know, like those barn doors that just slide across the outside of the frame. Yeah? And of course, pocket sliders. Ones that go in the middle of the wall. Yeah? So you can pick all those. And so just the last one I'll show you is the pocket slider. Just to show you that there's a couple of little things that are worth knowing about the pocket slider. So let's just change that one to a pocket slider and go back to its previous positioning. You can see that it has the door fully shut and not slid back into the wall. Okay? And that's what you'll see on plan if we go okay and have a look at our door that we've already got there. I'll just move it down so we can see it in a wall. Okay, so there's the cavity that it goes into. There's the door fully shut. You can have it like that. I just find that really annoying because I like to have it halfway sort of open so I can see that it's a door. It's kind of, to me, a little bit confusing. So one of the options in here under our settings is way down here. I think it's under model display, sliders, margin, and I'll just try 500 about, see what it looks like. Okay, so that's just personal to me. I like the door to be reasonable way open, so I can see it's a door, not fully closed, and it's quite hard to read it, you know, in a tiny little wall. Yep. And if you put it in the wrong way, you can do exactly the same thing. You can highlight it again. See the little dot in the middle? There's the middle of your door. We can mirror it. Click on there again, and I've flipped it over. Yeah, so you know you're not stuck when you put it somewhere. You can change stuff. It's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. So, apart from a whole lot of detail in those things, to do with a range of stuff, that is the basics of it. If you can get your head around that and know how to do a door for an internal space, how to do a window or an exterior door using the window tool. Was that helpful? hopefully. It's just, you know, it's quite hard to follow through some of those things. I know Mel's got some great videos as well. So hopefully when you get into your project, you can try some of those little things, and we'll come around and help you. Thanks guys, thanks for watching all that.